Hello, everyone. I hope everybody doing fine and doing great. Today's topic is I think I have a revelation about myself to why I don't ask for help. And I think like a few days ago, and I know there are times I'll be talking to myself and I'll be thinking a lot. I'll be having deep conversation with myself a lot. And as I think about life in general, and I remember I just talking about like why I don't ask people for help. And when I started talking to myself, and I started to realize it all kind of went back to my internalized ableism and not accepting my disability at the time. And it could be why I always struggle to ask for help, whether it be at work, my personal life, or even at school, due to the fact I just want to overcome my own disability. Cause growing up, when I first learned about my disability at 10 years old, I did understand it at first, and try to understand it, and my mom told me about it. And I did my own research about my own disability, thing like that. But as I got older, going to middle school, I started to dislike myself a lot. And I just remember, like, wish I was normal. And I was being probably miserable and also suppressing my autistic trait and try to be a perfect student, having A's and B's, make sure I don't get no C. I was very hard on myself. And I never forget my mom told me, don't let autism define you. And I think I took it to the soul of my heart. And I believe it. Try to prove people wrong. I don't want to be dependable because I have a disability. I don't want to rely on people because I have a disability. I wanted to be independent. And even growing up, sometimes my own family kind of baby me a little bit because I have a disability. And sometimes I be looking there like, hey, I'm a teenager at the time. Don't baby me. Cool with being a teenager. You don't want nobody to tell you what the damn do. And I'm like, don't baby me. And not only that, sometimes people talk to you like you a baby because you have a disability. And I hate that shit. I hate it. And it could make it growing up while like trying to, get me a driver license and try to take, I think at my high school, I think, after like my ninth year, at the end of my freshman year of high school, I took the driver ed classes during the summer. And I was 14 at the time. I was so determined to get my driver license, but no. Look at me years later. I ain't got my damn driver license. I should have been got my driver's license. You know what the crazy shit about that at that time? I was so damn determined. I really was. I was so determined. Just want to be like every other teenager, so determined. But I think people in my life held me back. And I think I created a resistance toward them because of that. Because they begged me because I have a disability. And I think I have so much resentment toward them, especially my mama at the time. I have so much resentment to my own mama, but I have forgive her years later after going to therapy and dealt with it. Because growing up, people always baby me, and people always tell me how I should live my life. I just kind of felt like my teenager kind of took away from me because people expect me to be a certain way. And I guess I'm kind of struggling in my adulthood now. I can't get that back. Like, I feel a little guilty, like, you know, which I had a little more fun, even though I did with the prom, thing like that. There's something I just kind of just maybe took risk as a teenager, be like teenagers do. Like, I guess I was being mature at that time, being a teenager. I had mature for my age, getting a good grade, being a good child, don't be in trouble. I was that kid. Don't get me wrong, I'm a little sneaky, little heifer. I was sneaky with it. I was sneaky with it. They just don't know. I was sneaky though. Don't get me wrong. I'm a teenager then. I was a little sneaky. But the majority of the time, I must be good. I ain't wasn't a bad kid, but I was sneaky with it. And of course, I got, I said I be rolling my eyes, be teenagers do. But then at the time, there's a whole lot of ideas and questions around my teenager, and not like I'm on disability, try to prove people wrong. There's so many shit going on. And I'm very, like, maybe a little competitive, compared to a little girl. I was a little competitive. Even though I don't admit, I think I probably was. Maybe I like a little bit of challenge. Maybe. At that time. I just wonder how the hell I lost that version of me. I was so determined I was a teen. I thought, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get that. And now I'm at this age. I'm over the place. I'm about to be near 30. Damn, I'm 8 myself down. I'm about to be 29, y'all. That's how long it was. And during my teenage year, I was miserable, depressed. Y'all already know the story. Y'all had seen my previews to talk about my issue stuff, but I think all that back to being professional and my internal abler, it was very, very much bad. And I was very, very much abler as fuck toward my other disabled people, especially among my autistic people who have a high support need. I was negative. I was negative, y'all. Pessimist. I was fucking negative. I was negative. I can't think nothing positive. I just think of negative. Think of A, B, C, D, G. I be nervous. I have anxiety. I was over the place. I was over the place. And it couldn't make sense growing up. Even better in high school, I don't want to ask for help. I'm trying to figure it out all by myself. Figure things by myself because due to I have a disability, I gotta prove people wrong, blah blah blah. Even I graduated from high school. And, I think at the time I had my SSI, before that child to the 18. I thought I'm going to keep my SAI, but I get the people at the security place, like, hey, I'm going to prove you mom. And my mom looked at me crazy, like, Kayla, what the hell you doing? I look at her like, yeah, not knowing what's going on. Because you told me while I'm young, don't let autism define me. And of course, I lost my SI because my internalization was very much bad. Very much bad. So, I lost my SI because of it. Because I didn't know. You told me overcome my disability. You didn't say it like that. That's how I interpret it. And then I lost my SI because of it when I turned 18. So, yeah. And I have disability. And then I try to get my SI back. They said, prove it. Fucking man, prove it. I have a disability. They asked me how severely disabled I am. I'm looking like, bitch, what? In my mind, like, I have a disability. Bitch, I gotta prove how disabled I am. What the fuck? Look at my SNI back. Bitch, what? I was mad as hell, y'all. I'll never forget. I was so pissed. I'm like, how the fuck? Due to my internalized ableism, y'all. Yes, due to my internalized ableism. Yes. Even after I graduated from high school, do the same thing to community college and to in my 4 university and grad school. I still don't ask for help. Even though I have unlearned my internal ableism when I came an activist and talk about my story, unlearned it as I go. But I still had that mentality, don't ask for help. Yeah. And I think I hurt myself from many opportunities to ask for help. So many missed opportunities because I don't want to ask for help. Don't get me wrong, I be asking some questions now and then, but other than that, so used to doing things my own for so long. It kind of hard for me to open up to people and also ask for help because I don't want to be dependent on people. And it could make sense now. I just think about it. It's just hard when you create a habit of don't ask people for help mentality. It kind of affected your life choices in life, and also have people in my life kind of hinder me back a little bit because of my disability, or they kind of afraid for me because of my disability. Because I know my mom was. She afraid for me because of my disability, how people gonna treat me. Because we live in a world that very ableist, racist, sexist, ableist, homophobic, transphobic, everything you could think of. My mom worried for me because of how people treat me. And even me, rebel little self, like, hey, let me grow up just a little bit. But yeah, I just kind of wish I wasn't hard myself, but the damage had been done. I can't take it back what I did and do. I can't take it back. What was done has been done. And I'm happy that I went to therapy. And I think I might talk about it to my therapist about that, my revelation about why I don't want to ask people for help. And I'm still doing it to the day, even though I lost my mama back in October. It's been 8 months since my mama had been gone. And even people who friend of the family or even my family would ask me, call me, blah blah, me, hesitant. But of course, except my brother sister on my dad's side, always helping me out the most. But other than that, I just don't be asking for help. Even in school, I don't ask people for help. Even now, I'm no longer in school. I had the damn network, and I'm like, fuck, can't help or help. Uh, yeah, that kind of sad when I kind of think about it, like, damn, if I had to not create that habit growing up when I was young, when I thought learning about my own disability, I probably wouldn't put myself in a situation that I'm about to lose my mind. And I need to do better. And I wonder if y'all have the same experience as me. I bet I'm not the only one who experience like this. I bet all disabled people probably experience this. And even I wrote a chapter for seniorly your autistic child. I kind of discussed about it a little bit. Mostly about like I wish I wasn't hard myself. All that relate to my internalized ableism. I was so hard myself, y'all. It could be why I don't ask people for help. I think I set myself back because I don't ask for help. And that's the problem. I'm a stubborn ass woman. I'm probably a guy for my both parents, sadly. I need to stop doing that. But I know it's gonna be a hard process because I know how stubborn I am. So yeah, that my revelation of the day, y'all. I hope y'all have a good day and stay safe out here. And please do not mess with our fucking rights as disabled people. Oh my god, they drive me nuts. But stay safe out here, y'all, okay? Bye, y'all.